there is an underlying blueprint. I didn't know it at the time. I only knew that, well, there's science and there's spirituality and they seem to be separate. And he was the first one who said, like, look, actually, it's all a geometric blueprint. And that geometry already existed. It existed in all cultures, in all buildings, in the symbolism. You could go to the ancient Greeks. And now we just need to bring it back and see at the modern scientific data and see, like, look, actually, they're saying these are platonic solids. And if you look at the atoms, actually platonic solids. And I was like, oh my God, you're right. That is actually true. But you have to shift your perception to see that, those symmetries. And that was the moment it clicked in. And I just pursued that pathway from then on, and it started to open up this whole world of like heavy science as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we wrote 2 books, and writing these 2 books has been quite a challenge because you have to go back, not just spiritual. No, we have to really go back to the hardcore science.
Yeah.
What's actually happening in the quantum world? How do atoms look like? What's the mathematics? How do you build a geometric blueprint that is based on the flower of life? Because we're all saying, the spiritual people saying, everything is encoded within the Metatrons cube. They're right, but how is it encoded? How is that making sense? How is it confirming what we are observing in science? And that's been my work, in the last 10 years to actually dive into the scientific side and build a blueprint that explains how multidimensional space is actually created. Yeah, what is actually 3D? What is actually 4D? And where do we find that in the nature? Where do we find it in the spirals of the nature, in the Fibonacci sequence, in the atom, in the solar system, and also around us as the energetic beings that we are, and that what people have been teaching in the esoteric realms. It's like, how is that all fitting together? And we came up with a pretty solid blueprint.